begin.
Welcome to Conversations with Melissa. This is part of Renify's Experts and Influencers series. Renify provides practical, research-based advice, courses, and peer support, focuses on the underlying drivers of our ADHD behavior through courses like budgeting for the ADHDer and home organizing for the ADHD lifestyle and the ADHD book club, to name just a few. We provide a holistic program that serves to help you thrive with ADHD, not in spite of it. We have another program, a project that we're working on near and dear to our hearts, the ADHD Voices Project. Call and leave an anonymous message. Share your ADHD story. The phone number for that is 925-289-9033. So my guest today is Karen Liu. She is a holistic voice coach, a keynote speaker, and a game designer. A woman with a lot of talents, a lot of creativity, and a wealth of experience and travel. I'm very grateful to have Karen here to share, to help us improve our voices, and learn from Karen's journey. Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
being here.
Yes, I'm a voice coach for speaking, singing, acting, and songwriting. And so that's one of the things that I touch on, one of the things that I focus on as a voice coach. I started singing when I was 2, and I always loved it. But then when I got to school in America, I always believed in my singing, but I did not do well in auditions. And so I didn't get a solo until my 9th grade when we moved to a totally different state. And I got to go to an amazing school in Texas where they had just a wonderful choir director. And I had gone from being bullied and being the shy loner to suddenly being on stage in front of 400 people, which is absolutely astonishing to me. And I was so nervous that I literally got up on stage sideways like this, like a crab. um, but I stared at the clock at the back of the wall and I sang my heart out. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. And everything went great. The whole audience loved it and they clapped and cheered for me, and my life was never the same. And it totally transformed the way that people saw me and interacted with me afterwards.
And then that moment transformed how your classmates treated you, how you were seen.
Yes. Part of why I love being a voice coach, a holistic voice coach, is that I get to help other people have similar experiences that are transformative to their lives too.
How do you help people get in touch with enhanced authentic voice? But I think there's an element that we might need to circle around to get to that question.
Shall we dive into holistic voice coaching?
Let's go one step back, and can you say a little bit about the accident and how that changed your teaching, and then we'll go right into it.
Well, first of all, I had been in choir for 16 years and I decided to study with classical voice coaches, and um, they taught me a lot of scientific terms and how to sing in Italian and other languages and things like that. But somehow it didn't improve my voice as much as I had hoped. And what I discovered later was that lecture-based teaching doesn't fix your body. And when you speak and when you sing, your body is your instrument. So after my car accident, I got some physical therapy and chiropractic care, and um, I prefer craniosacral therapy and Pilates now over chiropractic care. But it was helpful to me temporarily, and it transformed my voice without doing any scales. And it was like, what? And it was amazing to me that it's like if you have a trumpet, if it's dirty and dented and it hasn't been cleaned, it's just not going to sound the same as one that's been well taken care of. And so, as part of my voice coaching, I do body awareness exercises and yoga exercises that actually help you to train your body and to fix your body rather than giving you lectures that may or may not be effectual.
There's this lecture style of learning, which has got an intellectual aspect. In singing, where the body is an instrument, it makes sound, it's going to convey sound. You're going to maybe tap into emotion. That the way you work with people has a physical quality of body awareness, and that connection, body awareness connection, that's different kind of learning, faster learning.
Yes, it's definitely faster because you can instantly find out if you are doing something correctly or not. So you don't waste time. If somebody tells me, imagine you're a puppet on a string, well, it's a nice idea. And conceptually, it's a good idea. But how do I physically know if I'm doing it correct or not? It's impossible. Whereas if I have you put your finger on your chin, that immediately changes your mouth shape and makes it more consistent. If you put your hand on your belly, you can feel instantly if your belly is moving when you're breathing. These are the ways that I teach body awareness.
There is a canon, there is a way teaching is done. It has history, and I can see these things might look very different from how think you were taught or how other people teach from the canon of how music gets taught.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you like to try some exercises?
I would. We have some questions piling up. I'd like us to try out a couple of exercises and then we'll go over to these questions. I want to underline something. Karen and I spent a little time together. She did one or two of these, not all, I haven't done all of these exercises with Karen. And I just was absolutely blown away how just a little bit of body awareness was transformative. That's why I wanted Karen to get the spotlight and so people could see, look what this woman has to share with us.
Thank you. I'm so glad that it was transformative you. And it's amazing how instant these solutions are. What happens because they think I'm magic like Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins. Oh, that's wonderful. You're Carrie
Yes, I
Poppins.
love that.
That's so cool.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, let's try the exercises. First, we're going to do two exercises. The first one is an exercise that helps to calm, relax, and release the body from any tension. So first, you're going to squeeze your fists, cross your arms, cross your ankles, squeeze your face like a fish. Squeeze your torso, your legs, and curl your toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to stretch out and shake. Isn't that fun?
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome. And it taps into reverse psychology because sometimes when you tell people relax, your body goes, I don't wanna. And so this lets your body be resistant and then release it, which is really powerful and amazing. All right. And the second vocal exercise that we're going to do, the one that we're going to do is called meow, bow, wow, cow. And we're going to do just that. Okay? First, you're going to meow like a cat. Meow. Yep. And now we're going to go back and go, bow, whoa.
Bow, whoa.
Uh-huh. Feel how far back that is in your mouth. And now we're going to say cow.
Cow. No.
All right. And there's a little twist. We're gonna put a G on that cow and we're gonna say gow.
Gow.
Oh my goodness, you hear the difference in your voice?
Yes.
Absolutely. Awesome. And now we're gonna sing it. We're gonna sing meow.
Meow.
Okay? And I'm up here and you're here, but there's a little trick. You can cup your hands with closed fingers and put them behind your ears. And this is one of many tips that I'm going to be putting into an ebook, which is called Singing in Tune, Solutions for 25 Pitch Problems. That's actually going to launch this Friday, February 9th. And so here, you go like this, you can hear yourself better. Meow.
Meow.
Perfectly on pitch. Awesome. You just sang in tune. Congratulations.
Yay.
And
Yeah.
now we're going to do bow,
Bow,
cow,
cow.
and put a G on it. Gow.
Gow.
All right. How does it feel?
Better.
Do you
Less.
feel that resonance and that vibrato that came out of your mouth?
More than I ever have vibrato, for sure. Yes.
Awesome. I'm so glad that was helpful for you.
All right. Folks at home, I hope you tried meow, bow wow, gow cow, cow cow. We're going to take your questions from in the Q&A tool and the chat. I want to say I see in the chat some wows, some this is new, some oh yes, it worked. And Renifer. So
Awesome.
yeah. Yes, I sounded very high pitched and I didn't really hear where you were sound wise until this. And I do this because I sometimes my hair makes it so I feel like I don't hear things. But there is a lot of nice feedback of trying it out. Excellent.
Awesome.
Right. We have a couple of questions in the chat. One is detailed and personal. I'm going to read it without the name. I have fibromyalgia that goes with my ADHD. It causes random changes in pain, pulse, and breathing. My voice quality changes uncontrollably. It's generally interpreted as anger or aggression. Since it's physical response, not an emotional one, I often do not notice the change. Do you have any suggestions for how to control my voice tone?
You know what? I would be happy to talk to you about it on a free 25-minute vocal discovery call. And you can go to www.holisticvoicecoach.com to schedule that.
I hope people could see just even in the few exercises that we did in front of you as a demo that Karen brings something special to this interaction with reading
voice.
from the chat. These exercises go deep into the mindset of tuning our bodies like a musical instrument.
Mm,
Feedback.
that's a nice way to put it.
Two things because managing time. One is, does drinking hydrated affect your instrument, your voice?
Absolutely. If your vocal cords are dry, dehydrated, they just are not as flexible, they're not as moist. They just can't work as well as if you're hydrated.
Oh, thank you so much, Karen, for a little music to feed our souls. Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for having me on your podcast. I appreciate it very much.